Hi, I'm Mrs. Burns and welcome to Lesson 3 of our Chapter 7 unit on volume. We already know some formulas that we're going to be using today when we talk about the volume of the cylinder. The first one is the area of a circle equals pi r squared, and if you don't know r, well then r can also equal half of the diameter. So if a question tells you the diameter, you can divide that diameter by 2 to get the radius. We also know that circumference equals pi times d, and we know that volume equals the area of the base times height. So we know a lot of things that we can use today just to sort of figure out how to find our volume. So Vincent has a hockey puck, and this hockey puck has a diameter all the way across of 7.6 centimeters, and it is 2.5 centimeters in height. And we want to know how much rubber does it take to make that hockey puck? What's the volume of rubber involved here? So we know that volume equals area of the base times height. And the base for a cylinder must be the circular portion. Just like for the triangular prisms, the triangle was considered the base in all cases because that's the part that made it triangular prism here. The circle part is the part that makes it a cylinder. So we want to talk about the base of the cylinder. So in this case, we know that the area of a circle is pi r squared times height, which is 2.5. Do we know r? No, we don't. So we have pi, and this is d divided by 2 squared times 2.5. And we can plug this in over here. Pi times d divided by 2, so 7.6 r equals d divided by 2. 7.6 divided by 2 is the same as 3.8. So pi times 3.8 squared times 2.5. This is pi times 3.8 squared is 14.4 times 2.5, and this gives us a grand total of 113.4 centimeters cubed. So that is the volume of all the rubber involved. All right, example 2, Millie's glue stick has a diameter of 3 centimeters and a height of 10.5 centimeters. So this is the glue stick. However, the glue inside has a diameter of 2.5 centimeters and a height of 9.5 centimeters. So what's the difference between the volume of the container and the glue? So let's look at the stick, which is the container. Volume equals the area of the base times the height. So we know that the area of the base is pi r squared times the height. We know that the diameter of the container is 3. So 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 times the height is 10.5 centimeters. So centimeters. So if we plug all that in, we get 7.07 times 10.5 centimeters. That gives us a volume of 74.2 centimeters cubed. And the glue, we know that the volume equals the area of the base times the height. And the area of the base is pi. 2.5 divided by 2, because this is our diameter, divided by 2 to get the radius, gives us 1.25 squared times 9.5, and that gives us 4.91 times 9.5, which gives us a total volume of 46.6 centimeters cubed. All right, so now we know the volume of the container, and we know the volume of the glue, but we want to know what is the difference. So the difference here, the space in between, is the container minus the glue stick. So this is 74.2 centimeters cubed minus, oops, I put equals, minus 46.6 centimeters cubed. That gives us a total of 27.6 centimeters cubed. So that is the total difference between the volume of the container and the volume of the glue stick. Last example for today. Jassim is letting you choose which cylindrical popcorn container you want. One container has a diameter of 10 centimeters and a height of 25 centimeters. The other container has a circumference of 15 centimeters and a height of 20 centimeters. So which one should you choose to be the nice person and take a little bit less popcorn this time? Well, let's call this container 1 and this container 2 and figure it out. For number 1, the volume equals the area of the base, which is pi r squared, times the height. But do we know r? No, but we know the diameter is 10, so diameter 10 divided by 2 is 5. Pi times 5 squared times 25, so that's pi times 25 times 25, and that gives us a grand total of 1,963 centimeters cubed. So that's the volume of the first container. Now let's check out the volume of the second container. First thing we need to consider is that we're given the circumference of the container. We're not given the diameter around the top. So we need to flip this around a little bit. To get d by itself, we're going to divide both sides by pi. So diameter equals circumference divided by pi. So that's 15 divided by pi, which equals 4.8. And we need to know the radius. So that's half of the d. So the radius then is 2.4 centimeters. So here, let's plug it in. Volume equals pi r squared times height. And this is pi and 2.4 squared times the height. So we get a grand total here of 358 centimeters cubed. Wow, that's quite the difference. So we are going to choose, which should you choose to let Jasim have the most popcorn? We are going to choose number 2 is our choice. So that we'll be the nice guys and take a lot less and maybe just pull some of his popcorn out when we run out. All right, I hope you are feeling fairly comfortable with the different ways that we can calculate the volume of a cylinder. Please come to class prepared to practice this more next day.